From The Wizard of Oz to Peter Pan, The Living Dead to A Christmas Carol, one Omaha woman has seen it all. A new exhibit at the Durham features dozens of styles from one costume designer's career. Lindsay Thies is live downtown at the History Museum. Lindsay?
And Jen, this really is a neat part of showing history and really how this costume designer does her entire process. Take a look at some of these sketches. This tree one that you're looking at kind of shows the beginning process all the way to the end of what that costume would look like on an actor. So I am here with curator Carrie Meyer, and you know, normally when we think history and history museum, we think of someone who is from the distant past, might not be with us, but Georgiann Regan is live and well and still designing. Why did you guys decide to take this route?
Well, we love the Community Playhouse and love the partnership with them with their 90th season, and we have our Katharine Hepburn costumes here, that costume exhibit, so we always like to have that local tie, show people what we're doing here in Omaha that's got that national tie to it.
Yeah, and so kind of tell me a little bit of what we're looking at right now, because there's so many beautiful colors and things like that.
Well, this is a costume from The Drowsy Chaperone. Many people might have seen it very recently, but this particular piece, the robe and its companion, were designed online. They were actually designed on the computer, printed on fabric, cut out, sewn together, and it reads as three-dimensional on stage, but it's actually a two-dimensional piece.
Oh my goodness. So very cool to see the process of this costume designer, and it's a process that she's been working on for quite a few years. Take a look.
You can spend days working on one costume.
It's been thousands of days of sewing, pinning, and forming costumes for shows at the Omaha Community Playhouse.
Well, oh, that looks pretty good.
Throughout it all, staying humble in her talent, Georgiann Regan might be what you'd call a living legend. Over the past 21 years, she has designed costumes for about 90 shows on the Playhouse stage.
Don't appreciate him too much.
Add that to the shows dressed by the team of designers that she leads, and now you're talking 210 shows. It's clothes, wigs, accessories, shoes. No one has designed for more shows at the Playhouse. And while she doesn't have a favorite play or actor to design for, Regan says there are two girls that rank high up there at 3 and 7.
This is my granddaughter, Charlotte, who was not quite 2 at the time. And then we have Glenda.
Oh, that's too cute.
Hadley did that, and Hadley helped me with the hat, the crown.
So do they
Glenda.
now come to you every year and say, Grandma, make this, make this?
Yes.
You can imagine this designer is a big deal in her granddaughter's eyes, but now Omahans can take note at a new Durham exhibit.
Well, it's a little bit of an ego trip.
A little bit of an ego trip that Regan simply laughs off, but one that's a driving force to keep her costuming for a few years to come.
There's new materials coming out all the time, so that's been invigorating.
And we can't wait to see what she has next. Now back out here live, Carrie, looking around, there are quite a lot of costumes. How many total do you have in the exhibit?
We have 19 costumes here from Georgiann's 20 years at the Playhouse.
Oh my goodness, and do you have a favorite?
I do. Joseph's coat from Joseph in the Technicolor Dream Coat is my favorite, just because of the intricacy of the design and the way we've displayed it so that you can see all of the patterns and colors that she used in it, just as you would on stage. So we have it twirling.
Oh, there's so many colors, yeah.
Yes, it's my favorite. I love that one. I could stare at it for a while.
I know when we talked to Georgiann too, she said it was one of her favorites. Well, Jen, Jim, we got a ton more info online and where and when people can come down to the Durham to check out this exhibit. Is it free? Does it come with an extra cost or anything?
It's part of the admission, and it'll be here till April 12th.
Wonderful. So got plenty of time to check it out. We're going to send it back to you guys.
All right, very cool. Thanks, Lindsay.